So I would consider talk therapy a holistic healing method for just the same reasons that we were talking about before. Thoughts create feelings, feelings create chemicals. Those influence your body on a very real basis. And what I look at what my practice is in psychotherapy, and I'm constantly also like thinking about other holistic stuff to refer folks to, depending on whatever kind of physical ailment or ailments of body or mind they tend to be happening, around acupuncture, massage, whatever. And a lot of times for specific issues tend to run into specific physical stuff that starts to go wrong too, that I tend to refer folks to for other naturopathic care. But as far as for psychotherapy, I think this job is as old as prostitution.
Mm.
I think the old witch doctor or the alchemist or whatever, the shaman, I think that's kind of part of the job, is to handle the collective pain of the community and of people, and hold that space with and for people, and complete ritual, and help them move through those experiences. And in Western culture is so like emotionally restricted and repressed and scared of anything that isn't very black and white science, as they would call it, that it has the medical professional is a lab coat guy. There's not and the talking to a therapist, so that's just for weird people. But like that was a role that used to be in there, that's always been
Hmm.
there, for the same very reasons that you were talking about a moment ago.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel like we have to understand that it's not very beneficial to the whole structure in America, right? That doesn't really, it doesn't go with the flow of how, the, let's call it, the healthcare system works, It doesn't make money.
Yeah,
So, yeah, of course they're gonna put it to the side. Um,
sure.
how much do you think belief is a factor in these type of methods?
Belief in terms of theology, or belief in terms of worldview,
Belief as in the way, like, for example, I
like
go,
religion, or
no, no,
okay,
not religion, no, just belief.
okay, cool,
Believing in this system, this way of doing things is going to be beneficial to my health.
sure. Oh, hope. Yeah. Hope is important.
Mm-hmm.
And it is because if we don't have hope, we're not going to scratch the line. We're not going to have ownership over the process, and engage to the level of ability that we have. And we actually find this with um, surgery and rehab stuff, as much as with outcomes and mental health care stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, hope is really important, and the belief that something can be different. And unfortunately, in a lot of ways, both socially and culturally, and through trauma, either in this generation or intergenerationally, belief systems and habits are passed down that hold those experiences of, like, if they get picked, we're not going to get picked. If we don't take it when we can get it, we're going to be effed. Usually a lot of scarcity bias type
Mm-hmm.
stuff, and very reactive thinking type stuff, that reinforces people's worldviews. And someone that has a lot of those beliefs wrapped up into how they operate, or kind of coming from a position of primarily of victimhood, it's going to be very difficult to see where they have an internal locus of control, where they actually have control over moving the dial on their dime. And a lot of times, the decisions and options that they have available, compared to someone who has a more growth or abundance mindset, who either doesn't have or has worked through those beliefs, the decisions are oftentimes available, or often there's a ton of overlap, but the way the playing fields that each mindset sees, completely different.
Mm-hmm.